All right, here we are. So, had a laptop call, and the customer, palm rest on the laptop, not working. So, they bought themselves a palm rest. Here we are. The palm rest was not the problem. So, can't really demonstrate that through this camera, but I could tell as soon as I got my eyes on the laptop that his palm rest was probably not the problem. So, a lot of times when a battery fails, it looks like this. But oftentimes when it fails, it looks more like this. See the difference? Literally. Yeah, so the battery was pushing up against his palm rest. His palm rest buttons started working after he himself, the owner of the laptop, removed the battery after I told him the battery was his problem. So I sent him shopping, and he brings me a fresh battery. Which brings me to this little bitch. I opened up the laptop, and I couldn't figure out where it fell out. Never get too excited about the easy jobs. So, putting this battery in is only a few screws here. Right there. Right there. Right there. And right there. If you look at the little hole there, there are no screw threads. There's no grommet to take a screw. Where could it have gone? Well, I figured it out, but it only took me 5 minutes. That little piece of plastic is the reason I hesitate. Anytime I think I've got an easy job to do, I never assume it's going to be that easy, and this job has made it just slightly more difficult. Well, not necessarily difficult, but it caused me to hesitate. So, where do you think this little piece of plastic goes? Turns out, it's a little brace that keeps the battery in place, so that when you push your fat hands on your laptop, the weight of your hands doesn't squish the components together. Probably to stop your palm rest from interacting with the battery, even when the battery's healthy. So, one of the hesitations was that I didn't see this. And this is where it goes. And you can see that little piece of metal that shoots out upward or down if it's all together. This little piece here goes right there. So what I'm going to do is put it right there. And all that does is take the load from some man hands, or girly hands if you got big hands, and the battery sits in that corner. I'm trying not to have a bad hand here. Can't quite hold the camera. And it plops down right there. There. Just like that. So the next time you do your own repair and some piece of plastic comes flying out, take your time putting it back together. Because there's a good chance I'm going to go to YouTube and no one else has opened up this cheap little HP. And here's the part number for the battery. But anyway, I'm going to fire this up and hopefully it all goes together. Now the customer actually took his own battery out, which means he didn't bring me the screws. All I have to do is clip it back together and pray. He did bring me his power cable though. So there we go. Have a good day. See ya.